welcome to yet another Requested Reads episode. My name is Jess.
My name is Hannah.
And this is number 8, I believe.
Pretty sure.
Of our Requested Reads series, which are books requested by you, read by us, maybe by you too. Who's to say? You could go crazy with it. And now we're here to talk about it. We also, though, have a book club.
I was just about to start screaming about that, yeah.
Yeah, so if you didn't notice in our last Requested Reads, we have initiated the Badly Annotated Book Club. It's hosted over Bookclubs, if I can say that word 7 more times in the next 30 seconds. Probably will. But anyway, we have a book club, and you should come join it. It's hosted usually at the beginning of the month following the Requested Reads episode release. So you've got a little bit of time to listen to that if you want to, and then come yap about it with us, because you know what? You don't necessarily have to read the book, but you can still come chat. You can have questions about it. You can just come want to say hi to us. Also, our last one, we just played Stardew Valley. So if literally anyone wants to say hey, that would be so cool.
That would be so fun.
Yeah. We probably won't shut up about it for a while, so.
Yeah, definitely. There are a number of consistent listeners. I see you in the stats. We are small enough that I can see you. and so...
No crush.
So I would love some engagement. I would love to meet you because it's just so cool and surreal. Wow.
It is. It's surreal.
That there are people who don't actually know us personally that listen to this show. And I see you. I see your city.
We know you're
Seattle.
there somewhere.
There are a number of cities that I see we have consistent listeners in. So I would love to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to come to the book club, send me an email or something.
Send us an email, send us a DM, join our book club, get involved. We would love to see it. And, you know, I think the goal when we started this podcast was all about community building as well. Mm-hmm. And that's been one of our primary focuses throughout all of this. So this is just another way to get involved if you so choose to.
Yeah.
With that, let's get into our book club pick of the month. This was requested by Mina at Mina Reads Too Much on Instagram. One of our very loyal friends, very loyal requesters. She's recommended a few books for us, and she's got good taste.
She does. She's incredibly, I've known her since we were 8. She's incredibly picky with books and any kind of media. And as a result, her bookshelf is literally just full entirely of 5-star reads.
I would not guess that, to be honest, because there are so many times where she messages me and she goes, I saw you read this book, so I read it too. And I go, whoa. So to me, it's like, man, if you're picking your reads off of my reads.
Oh, come on.
Oh, boy.
But come on now. Come on now.
It just scares me a little.
Come on. She thinks you're the coolest ever.
All of her recs have been 5 stars. So
yeah. Because
it's good.
She's amazing at this.
She is. She's got good taste.
Yeah.
And this was just another one. For those that don't recall, Mina also recommended The End of Men by Christina Sweeney Baird.
Yeah.
Which highly rocketed to like my favorite book ever. So
yes, definitely.
Sets the bar.
Yeah. She will also be at our book club meeting. So if you want to meet her.
There we go. Come meet Mina, Miss 5 stars herself.
Woo.
Would you like to give us a description of the book?
Yup. Let me pull it up. Okay. So, the description is, growing up on the moon, Xing Yin is accustomed to solitude, unaware that she is being hidden from the powerful celestial emperor who exiled her mother for stealing his elixir of immortality. But when Xing Yin's magic flares and her existence is discovered, she is forced to flee her home, leaving her mother behind. Alone, untrained, and afraid, she makes her way to the Celestial Kingdom, a land of wonder and secrets. Disguising her identity, she seizes an opportunity to learn alongside the Crown Prince, mastering archery and magic, even as passion flames between her and the Emperor's son. To save her mother, Xing Yin embarks on a perilous quest, confronting legendary creatures and vicious enemies across the earth and skies. When treachery looms and forbidden magic threatens the kingdom, however, she must challenge the ruthless celestial emperor for her dream, striking a dangerous bargain in which she is torn between losing all she loves or plunging the realm into chaos. Okay. I just finished this book last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the feelings are fresh.
Yes. And it took me a long time to get into it.
Yeah.
For the first, 150 to 200 pages, not going to lie, it was hard. However, I do recognize that time was necessary to world build.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
I will also let it slide for everything that ensued afterwards. That shit was so good.
It went so crazy.
It was crazy. Also, I love the Chinese mythology in it.
Yeah, I felt like my disclaimer is that I am not very well versed in Chinese mythology, and I do not have a background in that whatsoever. But I did enjoy it. I liked how it was presented to the reader, so that even if you don't have a background in that type of history, it still made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still made sense.
It was digestible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did you rate it?
Oh, what did I rate it?
I rated it 4.5 stars, and the half star came off because of how slow it was in the beginning.
I want to say mine was a similar, if not the same. 2 seconds.
The only thing, though, that I do appreciate about how the writing style was super slow and then it changed over time is that you can distinctly and directly see how Xingyin's character changes over the course of the book simply by virtue of the writing style.
True.
Her voice changes.
I really liked that part about it,
mm-hmm.
the character development. I gave it 4 stars.
Okay.
Also because of the very slow start. And
mm-hmm.
I listened to this on audio. And I just know that if I were to have tried to read it would have been a DNF after the first 100 pages, because if it does not pick up in the first 100, I usually lose interest. So that I'm very glad that I picked to do this on audio, because I felt like there's a high chance that I wouldn't have gotten through it otherwise. And it really did get better after that 150 to 200 mark, I feel. So that's why it kind of lost that little bit of points there for me. But if not for that, I feel like it would have been a full 5.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's just a very slow start. So you really just got to hold on. You got to hold on for dear life and just push through it. It's going to hurt. It's going to take forever, but it'll be worth it.
I think that I was more tolerant of that maybe because I am a regular fantasy reader.
I'm not.
And
I'm so impatient.
I've read series where I made it through 3 books before it got good.
Oh, I cannot do that. My current book right now, it picked up within 20 pages. And I went, I'm sold. I'm in. I'm locked. Okay, you have me by the throat. Daughter of the Moon Goddess did not have me by the throat for quite a while.
But then it suddenly takes you by the throat.
And then it did.
All of a sudden.
But, it took a while to get there.
Yeah. However, I loved the characters.
Yes.
We know how I am about characters.
Tell us about it.
I'm so thrilled. I love Xingyin's character. I love how we have genuinely a normal person being thrown into this most insane life. And I loved how even though she was forced to flee her home and ended up in this different situation and had to hide and all of this, she found herself in it and made something of herself through that. She just as easily could have crumpled.
I think that's my favorite part about her character is there were even times where she considered alternate things that she could do. And those paths, they would have led her down a life that probably would have been just fine. It wouldn't have helped her mother, and she would have turned her back on her mom in that way. And she actively took some time to reflect on her options and go, okay, if I were to do this, this could happen and this could happen, and that's how my life could go. But I want to have that resolve to, stick true to what I started this for, which was to save her mother. And she thought about her options and she still decided, you know what? No, I'm finishing what I started and I'm going to see it through. And I thought that was really powerful.
Yeah, I also thought it was really powerful how she never lost her humanity. through all of the killing. Like, I read so many fantasy series, and this was the first time that the main character, that's particularly the female main character, had a moment of, I understand that these are monsters that I'm killing, and I understand that I'm saving thousands of lives. However, I still mourn for the bloodshed.
Yeah.
And she feels, she's moved by that.
Yeah.
Because in fantasy, normally there's a lot of violence and killing and whatever. Usually done by our main characters in defense of some kind of greater purpose. This was the first time that I've encountered a strong female main character who felt any type of hesitation at that. And took note of the way that it changed her and mourned that and had like what I feel is a normal human response.
Yeah.
And even I as a reader was like, oh, yeah, actually I hadn't thought about that. You know, like there's less desensitization to violence going on.
I think the only time that, or like the only book that was kind of similar in that way was like Oleander Fallows.
Yeah.
Because she killed a lot more.
She killed a lot more and they were people.
Yeah. But she did also have that kind of internal conflict where she was just like, I really don't want to be able to do all this. So like the similarities there. But yeah, like when she was reflecting on like killing that dragon after like it nearly killed her entire team, she like her flesh was like scorched with this like fiery acid.
Was it a dragon?
It was dragon-esque.
It was something. It was big and it was scary and it was bad.
Yeah, it had 3 heads. Yeah, it was that thing. Maybe Hydra. I don't know what the correct term is. I'm sure somebody does. So I do sincerely apologize. However, yeah, that scene, between that scene and the battle on the beach, that scratched an itch for me. The beach battle was probably my favorite part.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was intense, and like I was like working through it in my mind, like how she needs to fight. And when she like closed off her senses, that I lost my little mind.
Yeah, that was genius.
Yeah, it was so smart. Like,
she handles things with such intelligence and tact, and she does it by doing only what she has to do.
Yeah.
And at no point is she fully overtaken by being power hungry or just doing what's easy or taking the easy way out. Like sometimes she's tempted, like when she took the dragon's pearls, and she didn't need to necessarily, but she took them anyways. And then we had the whole, which we'll get into in a second. She remains grounded by her principles and grounded by her sense of honor, and not because she wants praise or wants to be a good person or she's afraid of being a monster, etc. She just does it simply because that's who she is. And she discovers that that's who she is through this process of becoming this warrior and becoming this renowned archer, and realizing that part of her strength is being able to do things for herself and for the kingdom, not the emperor, but for the people, the common people and her friends. That's just who she is, and that's what she discovers. You know, she kind of fled her home and goes out into this big bright world, and that's what she finds. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. And I like the way that I love the relationship between her and Leeway.
Yeah.
Hate him for what he did.
But like the talismans that change color when one of them's in danger.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they both kept them all that time and continued to show up when they knew the other was in danger.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't speaking, even if they hated each other, they still showed up.
Yeah.
And
they showed up and saved each other's lives countless times. And like, and she always kept saying like, no matter what, he's still my friend.
Yeah. Even if he's an asshole, he was my friend first.
Yeah. And he's still my friend. He hurt me as a lover, not as a friend.
Exactly. And that, just her resolve is so strong.
Yeah. And then I liked also after like the whole cave thing in the flower forest, and like how she saved him, like the only way to break mind magic is if one of the people dies. And so she's like, okay, well, I guess I have to kill him. But then she brings him back. and that's what breaks it. And then they're able to fight together, and then the princess that he's betrothed to finds them and sees the matching talismans, and she just knows.
She knows.
And I think she knew the whole time.
Yeah.
And like from when she met VIII, she knew. And
but
I loved
really
how
clicked it, where she's like, oh.
Yeah. And obviously that was heartbreaking for her. But she didn't allow that to make her bitter. And I feel like there's an older generation in this book of women who were scorned and have caused immense amounts of damage as a result. And then we have this younger generation of women who are supporting each other.
Yeah,
and
just with so much grace. And
yeah, and Feng Mei was so gracious.
Yeah.
And she was a girl's girl in the end. She was
Truly.
like, no, like, we are still going to have an alliance with our kingdoms because you still saved my life.
Yeah.
And you are free of this betrothal. And I don't want to be with a man whose heart belongs to somebody else.
Yeah.
And thank you for telling me I'm going home.
This and we're all good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I really appreciated her too. She handled everything so maturely, I felt. Which doesn't always happen in novels. Like, anytime anyone acts with maturity, I just want to 5 stars. It's just like, that was an honest to goodness, smart decision.
Yes. Yeah. And I loved also how in the face of Wenxi, is that how you pronounce it? Wenxi? Wensha. Okay. You listened to the audiobook. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell any of these names.
Wensha is spelled Wenzhi.
That's fucked up. It's Wensha.
Well, anyways, the psychological complexity of how he feels for her and how in his twisted mind, like, he's in love with her, but he's also, and he's not directly against her either.
No.
Like, he's not against what her goal is. He's like, no, like, I'll help you save your mom, no problem.
Yeah. I'm just going to do it with the wrong intentions.
Yeah, I'm just going to be awful and take over the world.
Yeah.
And she went, no, I don't think so. And that just shows her strength of character, because she totally could have been like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Overthrow him and let's do this.
She would have gotten everything that she was trying to get.
Yeah.
Just not in the right ways.
Yeah, and she couldn't abide by that. And then there were a few times where she thought, like, I could do this, but I wouldn't want it this way, and my mother wouldn't either. And so she still, beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful, and she still honored her mother in that way, and honored her friends as well, because like she just as easily, like, technically she was this whole time working for the bad guy. Like, the emperor is the bad guy. What did the demon realm actually do other than use mind magic? Yeah. Like, but then they became so twisted by what the emperor had done that he lost his mind and became ruthless and was prepared to go about things in the wrong way. And I thought that he, like, didn't actually have feelings for her and was just this way and was just using her as a means to an end. But then when he wakes up from after she had knocked him out and, like, calls after her, like, desperately and, like, in anguish of, I'm genuinely losing her, I was like, oh my god, wait a second.
I really liked that he had some real feelings for her, because a lot of the time it is like that, like Prince Hans, just, if only there was someone who loved you type thing. Yeah. And a lot of the time it's just like, oh, okay, great, well, he was using her the whole time, awesome, super cool. But it added that extra level of emotional depth to the story that, like, I really enjoyed that part of it. And that, like you said, it showed the complicated psychology behind it all. Where it's just like, this is a terrible, no good, very bad guy. But he has feelings.
He does have feelings.
Even if you are a terrible, no good, very bad guy.
And because of those feelings, he does stop. And he does let them go. Like, he'll probably be back. But, like, in that moment, she did save his life. That's another thing, is he was about to be murdered and she couldn't just leave him there. Yeah. Because all life is precious to her. All life is precious to her, and he does love her. And she couldn't have...
And yet again, he didn't really explicitly treat her badly at any point.
Other than holding her captive.
Yeah, other than that. But water under the bridge.
Like, he did
Other
a lot
than
of
that,
really heinous things.
He did.
To orchestrate this.
But he treated her fairly well overall.
Yeah.
And she still recognized that. And she's like, well, he could have murdered me a while ago.
And in his mind, she had agreed to it. Because he said, like, after all this is over, come back with me to my home.
Yeah.
And he just neglected to mention that his home was the demon realm.
Exactly. She had agreed to see his home. She
yeah.
said no.
And it's exactly the same as how she, like, just said that her parents were lost to her and didn't actually say who she was. But the thing is he orchestrated this whole hideous plot with rumors and all of this stuff. Like, he was a lot more deceitful than she was, and his intentions were not pure like hers were. And that's where the difference lies. And he would take advantage of someone knocked out and were about to be murdered. He'd be like, awesome, go for it. Like, sounds good to me. Whereas she showed him mercy that he would not have showed her.
Agree.
And he, because he loves her, was moved by that, I think.
Did you see it coming? When being...
No, I didn't.
Not either.
I didn't either. And then I was like, wait a second.
Hold the heck up.
What's happening?
Oh my God.
And then when she looks back on it and realizes all the signs were there,
yeah,
it's like,
and then
oh fuck,
they were clicking. Where it's just like,
oh fuck, they were really there. And we did all miss it.
They really were there. We're just silly geese, and we only see it in hindsight.
You and me, Xingyan, we were on the same page. We also missed it. And it's not like that was because of the narration either. Like, we had all the same clues she did.
It was so well done.
It was so well done. It was brilliant. Yeah. And the way that Leeway comes back to her in the end.
Yeah.
And like, she's just trapped in this tower and she's like, you know what? I know he'll be here. And even though in the Emperor's eyes it was because of the pearls, didn't Leeway say that? He was like, I like my father is only after the dragon's pearls, but there's no other reason that I would be here besides you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's so cute. Yeah. And the way that she got out of the bargain, technically, it was not a technicality because these dragon's pearls have the dragon's spiritual essence in them, enchanted into them. And so whoever has these pearls controls the dragons, and the dragons are these like all-powerful beings, but they're peace-loving. They will not engage in battle other than defense. So she honored them and they chose her as their owner. And so as a result, she had the power to undo the enchantment and give their spirits back. And then she took the pearls back to the Emperor and was like, here, you asked me for the pearls. You didn't ask me for anything else.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about essence, so.
And he did shoot her with lightning.
Yeah.
And she survived it also. Somehow.
Probably got a sick scar.
Yeah. But I think my favorite part of the whole book was when the entire army stood outside of the court and was like, we are here to show our gratitude to her. And we would not be here without her. Yeah. And so it became political. It became a political argument where if the Emperor would have scorned her after, like, killed her after that.
There would have been an uprising.
Yeah. And also because nobody else, it was nail in his own coffin because he refused to let anyone know anything about the dragons. And so as a result, none of them knew about the spiritual essence. And so as far as the court was concerned, she did exactly what he asked. And so even though he knew and like she tricked him, he knew she tricked him. She knew he knew she tricked him.
Yeah.
But like the entire
no
court.
One else.
No, not at all. And so
the king is pissed.
Yeah, he's pissed, but
he has to keep it in.
But there's no discernible reason for him to be pissed. Yeah. Because nobody else has any idea. Like, the only people who were on board with killing her were the ones who also had a problem with her for some other reason. Like, they didn't actually know what she had done. And I just thought that was genius.
Yeah,
I thought that was genius. And the fact that Leeway didn't get up onto the thrones with his parents, but stood by her instead and tried to throw himself in the way.
Yeah.
In the end, he did choose her. Because I think he just had some growing up to do.
I think so too. To be honest, is how he handled the engagement and, staying in contact with her after. I think it really was a case of he just needed to grow the fuck up and have some maturity. And yeah, he did develop a lot by the end of the book, I think.
He did, and I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
And I
respect him for it.
through all of that, he loved her.
Mm-hmm.
He loved her. And Wensha also loved her.
Yeah. Popular girl.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure, I thought maybe there was going to be like a third guy with that other, like the sea prince or whatever.
I thought so for a second.
I was like,
no,
wait a minute.
They're just chill.
They're just friends.
They're just friends. They're just chill little guys.
Yeah, I love that kingdom.
Yeah.
I think they're great. I think they should be in power. Fuck the emperor.
Yeah. It was quite a book.
It was just so good.
It was so good.
And I didn't see any of that coming. And even the friendship between Xu Xiao, and Xing Yin as well. Yeah,
that was one that I didn't see coming. But I ended up liking more than I even thought I would to start with.
Yeah.
Because at first I was just like, female friendships. Ugh.
Yeah, and I love that Xu Xiao tried to go with her to get the pearls, and then she was like, no, you have to think about your family.
Yeah. Where she's like, you literally cannot come with me. Think about the logistics of this and the fact that I'm probably about to die.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, even if I don't die, it's going to anger the emperor, and you can't afford that. But then she's cracking jokes, like, when she gets back, of, yeah, you should have come with me. You should have let me come with you. Could have avoided all of this. And she was like, yeah, well, this is the way I have to do things. It was great. But yeah, it was really good overall. I just couldn't believe how much happened in one book. Like, it was a long book, but like,
a lot happened.
So much happened in those 500 pages.
Yeah.
And I've read longer books that had less happen.
Yeah.
It was a lot. You like went through her whole life, right? From when she was like a young girl till this renowned warrior. And then when she goes back and is telling her mom the whole story.
Yeah.
And when they visit her father's grave.
Yeah.
I suspect that he maybe wasn't who he's like. I don't think he was necessarily mortal, the father. I feel like he might have some kind of connection to the dragons.
I think so too, because there had to be a deeper reason why he was given the dragon bow.
Yeah, but we don't know that that was him necessarily, but it's implied.
It's heavily implied. I feel like there's definitely more with her dad. There's more to that story.
Yeah, I think that was the only end that didn't get tied up. Or like the only set of questions that didn't get answered. And there is a second book. It's a duology.
Oh, okay.
There's Heart of the Sun Warrior, I'm pretty sure is the second one.
You gonna read it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to. Because, first of all, I love a duology. Second of all, there's still so much lore and so many unanswered questions. And I am curious to see how her future goes. Because in the end, the whole thing is about hope and honor. And it has sort of a hopeful but ambiguous ending. So I want to read the next book. I am a little scared it'll ruin it, though.
Yeah. Duologies scare me a little bit. But I hope it goes well. Tell me how it is.
Yeah, I will.
Cool.
Wait, one question for you before we go. How did you like reading a purely fantasy that was that long? I think this is the first one that you've like high fantasy that's intense like that.
Like I said, if I'd read it, I probably wouldn't have.
Right.
Because it took so long to get into. Mm-hmm. And that's usually where books lose me, is if the world building takes too damn long. If I were to judge from like page 200 on, I enjoyed it. I think the pacing kept me going once from that 200 on point, because after that it was just like battle, drama, battle, drama, battle, drama. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah. So like I enjoyed that aspect of it. And yeah, I think I'm cool with like kings and like monarchies like that and like realms. Dragons are fine. I've been reading more with like fairies lately. They're coming around to me because I'm learning that fairies are shockingly close to demons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did not realize that beforehand. And so once I got that in my little brain, fairies became a lot more palatable. Mm-hmm. So yeah, in terms... Oh, there was also like the fucking mermaids. That was wild. In this book, there was like the sea people.
Yeah. I love merfolk. They're so morally gray.
That was my first time with merfolk too. So that was interesting.
Wait, is this your first time with dragons?
No. The Bonsatai was my first dragon.
Oh, that's one dragon.
It's a dragon though. And it's a big dragon.
Well, these are also a different type of dragons. These are Chinese dragons with no wings.
Yeah. So this is my possibly second dragon book.
Hmm.
And yeah, they're all right. I've never really gone out of my way to pick a dragon book if I'm going for fantasy before, but I'm not opposed per se. I think I've not read very many of them to date, but yeah, overall, as I'm still wading my way into fantasy, I feel like this was a decent one. And yeah, my only thing was the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just because I'm impatient. And if I need to spend 5 hours just to get to a good part, I'm going to be a little pissed. So
That's fair. It's like watching 2 bad movies before you even get to a good one.
exactly. And I fall asleep during movies, so gotta pick it up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably needed some more violence too.
Yeah. I was also kind of like getting burnt out when I was reading this. So
Really?
Like professionally burnt out.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
At the time that I
In
was
your
reading
own life,
this.
yeah.
Yeah. And so that as well did not play well into the first part because it's like, if I'm going to read, I need it to be like something I'm like compelled towards. And it's just like if I am getting it from all sides and then my book is also slow. Ooh.
Right.
So,
That's fair. It's like when I listen to burial rites
yeah.
on a road trip. It's like that was not a good choice. Like,
Yeah.
like I was just really
exactly.
depressed and sad by the time I
Exactly.
got to my destination, and it was kind of bad,
Yeah.
which affected my feelings about the book for sure.
So that kind of vibe. But like I said, if you're resilient, fuck it. Go for it. Dive in.
If you're a regular fantasy reader, do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
If you're maybe still new to fantasy and not used to the world building yet, maybe hold off.
You maybe wait a second.
Maybe wait. Maybe get a little deeper first and then give it a try.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be my advice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if you would like to come chat more with us about this book, maybe you agree with some of our opinions, maybe you think we're dead ass wrong, come tell us. Link
Yes.
is in our Instagram bio to join, and all of our streaming links are also in our Instagram bio, and you can find us on Insta or Threads at Badly Annotated Pod. Or if you're a little scared of us and want to just ream us out over email, you can do us at badlyannotedpod@gmail.com. You can also be nice to us instead and just recommend us more cool books to read. That would be super cool. But for now, best wishes. Kindest regards.
Sincerely, Jess and Hannah.